Welcome, everyone. Students, faculty, you may be seated. So welcome to you all. My name is John Davis. I am the Associate Dean for Curriculum and an Interim Vice Dean for Education. I'm also a professor in the Department of Medicine and the Division of Infectious Diseases. On behalf of the entire School of Medicine, I want to welcome everyone here, especially our first-year students and their families and friends here joining us today. Let me introduce those who are on stage with me here. Each will play an important role in helping today and for everyone helping our students to succeed. First is Dr. Talmadge King, Dean of the School of Medicine. We have Dr. Thomas Nuckton, the Vice President of the UCSF Medical Alumni Association. We have Dr. Ann Sosa, the Leon Goldman Distinguished Professor of Surgery and Chair of the Department of Surgery, who is this year's keynote speaker. Dr. Peter Chin Hong, Associate Dean for Regional Medical Campuses. Dr. Karen Hauer, Associate Dean for Competency Assessment and Professional Standards and Interim Vice Dean for Education and Faculty Development, Research and Accreditation. Dr. Eric Hung, who is the Associate Dean for Students. Dr. Catherine Julian, Associate Dean for Graduate Medical Education, and the third of our Interim Vice Deans for Education in charge of Graduate and Continuing Medical Education, and Dr. Peter Ureste, Associate Clinical Professor in Psychiatry and Behavioral Sciences, who will lead the reading of the Physician's Declaration today. Later in the program, Associate Deans Hauer and Hung will introduce the students as they come on stage. The students will be coated by our Associate Deans Chin Hong and Julian. For now, I would like to invite our School of Medicine Dean, Dr. Talmadge King, to officially welcome the first-year class. Dean King.
Welcome, everyone. I have, over the years, come to trust my instincts. For whatever reason, my instincts says there's something special about the class of 2027. So welcome to this white coat ceremony. It's an honor to have each one of you join the UCSF community. We are grateful to the Student Experience team for organizing this momentous occasion. The white coat is a powerful symbol of our profession, and the white coat ceremony serves as an acknowledgement of the beginnings of your journey into medicine, and a moment to express our gratitude to all those who believed in and supported you on this path. You were selected for this class out of a pool of nearly 8,800 applicants. So why did we choose you? We chose you because you demonstrate the qualities of future leaders that set you apart. You take initiative, question the status quo, solve problems, and rally around causes you care about. We chose you because of your strength and strong sense of purpose to make a lasting impact in science, health, and healthcare. We chose you because you have a mind driven by relentless curiosity. Your curiosity will serve as a spark for creativity and will spur you to ask questions and drive you to actions that will help you find solutions to complex problems. And we chose you because of your deep commitment to service, to serve diverse patient populations and work to erase the injustice of healthcare disparities. A commitment that will hopefully only deepen over time as you learn from and partner with others across the campus, the city, the state, and the globe. Your backgrounds are diverse, and your achievements are already impressive. Your experiences have prepared you well to enter UCSF, one of the top medical and scientific institutions in the world. But let's not forget who supported you along the way, the special people in your life who inspired and nurtured you. Thank you to the families and close friends of the class of 2027. You will be educated within the framework of our Bridges curriculum. The goal of this training is for you to become physician and science leaders who are prepared to serve all in need of care. During your time at the UCSF School of Medicine, you will work with our communities to ensure that all patients have equal access to the same high quality, personal care we would wish for our own families and friends. You will learn how to provide compassionate care to patients in all stages of life and from diverse backgrounds. You will investigate questions, contribute to scientific knowledge, manage uncertainty, and commit to lifelong learning. You will understand the value of integrated teams where each health professional contributes their unique skills for the benefit of our patients. You will work to measure and improve the safety, quality, and value of patient care. You will learn to tap into big data and information technology to improve patient care. You will study the causes of health disparities, and I hope you will find ways to overcome them. I know that you may be feeling a range of emotions right now. You're probably excited to start your medical education, but you might be feeling a bit nervous. You are about to embark on a challenging and rewarding journey, and I want to assure you that you will not be alone. You will have plenty of support. One of the most important things you will learn in medical school is the value of community. As a physician, you will be part of a team of healthcare professionals who work together to provide care to patients. You will also be part of a larger community of patients, families, and other healthcare providers. Building a strong community is essential to your success as a medical student and as a physician. A strong community will provide you with support, guidance, and mentorship. It will also help you stay connected to the values of medicine, such as compassion, empathy, and teamwork. There are many ways to build community in medical school: joining student organizations, participating in volunteer activities, and simply getting to know your classmates. You will develop close and impactful relationships with your coaches. These master clinicians will guide you throughout the years of your training. As you start conducting your own research, you will have leading scientists to mentor you. And we will partner with you to continuously enhance a learning environment that is exciting and challenging, with a focus on equity and belonging. At the end of your training, you will emerge as a UCSF physician, ready to tackle the great health challenges of our time. The white coat ceremony is a rite of passage, welcoming you as new medical students into the medical profession. It signifies the beginning of a journey of transformation from a talented, carefully selected student into an exceptionally skilled and compassionate physician. As medical students, you are bound by the same professional commitments that binds all physicians. Wearing this white coat marks your commitment to serving individuals and communities with wisdom and compassion. Today, to mark the beginning of this journey, you will be reciting the UCSF Physician Declaration. This declaration reflects the core principles that physicians around the world have agreed on: altruism, responsibility, duty, honor, respect, and compassion. At the UCSF School of Medicine and UCSF at large, we have a long history of social activism. We count on you to champion our goal of making UCSF a university that is home to people with diverse identities and backgrounds, and all of whom are committed to advancing equity, belonging, and anti-oppression in medicine. To be a place where people from all backgrounds feel they belong and can be successful. People are UCSF's greatest asset and most powerful resource. We thrive because our faculty, staff, and learners care deeply about their work, our patients, and each other. You're entering the medical profession at a time of immense opportunity. There will be moments that break your heart. And there will be moments that bring you joy and remind you why you chose this path. As you embrace the future, hold on to the qualities we see in you today, the qualities that will help you succeed as a physician. I sincerely hope you enjoy the journey as much as I have. Welcome to the UCSF School of Medicine. Congratulations. You have joined an amazing community, and we know that you will help us become a better UCSF. Welcome, class of 2027.
Thank you, Dean King, for those wonderful words. I would like to introduce our next speaker, the Vice President of the School of Medicine Alumni Association. Our alumni and community teaching faculty are critical to our students' education. We are so grateful to the Alumni Association, who actually provide the students with their first white coats. That includes this year's class. It is my pleasure to introduce briefly to you a little bit about Dr. Thomas Nuckton. Dr. Nuckton is a clinical fellow alumnus in pulmonary and critical care medicine and has served on the MAA Board of Directors since 2018. He's currently a clinical professor in the UCSF Department of Medicine and has served on the admissions interview committee since 2019. Dr. Nuckton's research in pulmonary and critical care outcomes, acute respiratory failure, and ventilatory physiology includes publications in the New England Journal of Medicine, the American Review of Respiratory and Critical Care Medicine, CHEST, and others. He also serves on the boards of multiple nonprofits, including the Advisory Council of the National Drowning Prevention Alliance. As a San Francisco native, Dr. Nuckton is passionate about the health and safety of all San Franciscans. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Nuckton.
Good afternoon and welcome. It really is an honor to be with you here today. As part of the Alumni Association, I attend all sorts of events, a wine and cheese, a reception, and I'm often asked, are UCSF students adequately supervised on the wards? And I can tell you the answer is yes, absolutely our students are supervised, and I have some personal experience with this. Some 26 years ago, my very first supervising position at UCSF on the wards of the old San Francisco General Hospital was none other than our dean, Dr. Talmadge King. And from the looks of things, Dr. King seems to have survived the ordeal. When I think about having to supervise a younger, more energetic me, I honestly don't know if I could do it. I look around and I see all of the parents and families and friends, and I think, you must be so proud. And you should be. It is so difficult to get accepted to medical school these days. I serve on the admissions interview committee, and every year the applicants to UCSF are just amazing. These students have accomplished so much, and you, as families and friends, deserve a great deal of credit. So thank you. Thank you for supporting these great students. And students, I expect you might be feeling a bit nervous, and you should be. You've heard, or you will hear, that the white coat is a solemn symbol, that it represents an awesome responsibility, that with your white coat you'll gain access into people's lives in ways you've never imagined. And it's all true. At least that's been my experience. But I also know you'll do fine. And we, the faculty and the alumni, are here to support you. We have every confidence in you, and we are with you on this journey. Please don't hesitate to ask for help when needed. Finally, I'd like to personally welcome you to the city of San Francisco. My city. I was born actually on the 15th floor of UCSF, Moffett, Parnassus, right where you'll be taking many of your classes. With your white coats, you'll be caring for the people of a great city, and I hope you'll take great pride in that. But you know, calling it my city is not quite right, because San Francisco is now your city as well. You are not a tourist. You have a reason to be here. UCSF has hospitals and clinics in every corner of the city. You will know the people, the different neighborhoods, where to get a bite in the Mission District, where to grab coffee in the Richmond District, and if you park on the wrong side of the street on the wrong day in the inner Sunset, take it from me, you will get a ticket. No doubt the problems of San Francisco, and there are many, are now yours. But also I hope the good things, the great people, the bridges in the fog, the wind and the water, all I like to think are welcoming you here today. Again, it's an honor to be with you. On behalf of all UCSF medical alumni, congratulations. Welcome to UCSF. Welcome to the medical profession. We wish you the very best as you start your medical journey.
Thank you, Dr. Nuckton. I am now honored to introduce our keynote speaker, Dr. Ann Sosa. Dr. Sosa is the Leon Goldman, MD, Distinguished Professor of Surgery and Chair of the Department of Surgery here at UCSF, where she is also a professor in the Department of Medicine and affiliated faculty for the Philip R. Lee Institute for Health Policy Studies. She hails from New York and received her Ars Baccalaureate from Princeton, her master's at Oxford, and her MD at Johns Hopkins, where she completed the Halstead residency and her fellowship training. Her clinical interest is in endocrine surgery, with a focus in thyroid cancer. She's an NIH and FDA-funded investigator and author of more than 400 peer-reviewed publications and 80 book chapters and reviews, all largely focused on outcomes research, healthcare delivery, hyperparathyroidism, and thyroid cancer with a focus on clinical trials. She's mentored more than 90 students, residents, and fellows, for which she was recognized with induction as a full member to the American College of Surgeons Academy of Master Educators in 2020, and by the ATA with the Louis Braverman Distinguished Lectureship Award in 2017 and its Distinguished Service Award in 2022. She received the Chancellor's Diversity Award in 2022 for the advancement of women at UCSF. It is my great privilege, and I ask you to join me in welcoming Dr. Sosa to the podium.
Thank you so much, Dr. Davis. Wow. I'd like to start by thanking the UCSF School of Medicine for the incredible honor and privilege to be able to provide this white coat ceremony welcome to all of you. Perhaps I can tell you a little bit about me, not achievements, just who am I? So as you heard, I'm a surgeon. I'm a woman. My pronouns are she, her, hers. I'm an immigrant. I was born in Montreal, Canada. I'm Latina. My dad is Guatemalan. And I'm a proud member of the LGBTQ community. Many ask me if some of these identities have been barriers to my being a physician, a surgeon scientist, and a leader. I always respond the same way. Diverse life experiences are like superpowers that allow us to understand more people who have shared truths and life stories. Those people include our colleagues, faculty, staff, and learners like yourselves, but they most importantly include our patients. Experiences that are shared bring people together more than they divide. I remember the first time I came to UCSF. I was a medical student in Baltimore, interviewing for general surgery residency here. That might have been in a different century, but who's counting? I remember flying home to the East Coast, and in the plane, I created a list of pros and cons of training at UCSF. What I remember being unable to capture in the table I created was what a mystical and magical place UCSF was, because I'd met a woman surgeon who was vice chair of surgery, the first woman to ever perform a liver transplant, Dr. Nancy Asher, who of course went on to become the first woman chair of surgery here and one of the first woman chairs of surgery in the United States. At that time, this was an incredible thing. In my medical school's training program, which is one of the oldest in the United States, I ended up being only the 7th woman surgeon to graduate in its century-old history, which is hard to believe because it wasn't that long ago. Now, while I didn't come to UCSF for residency, I promised myself that at some point I'd try to come back here to work, because UCSF was a place that seemingly for forever had valued diversity, equity, inclusion, and social justice, where women had a better chance of becoming the best surgeons possible. Well, fast forward several years, and I believe UCSF continues to lead on this front. Are we perfect? Absolutely not. We can and must do better. Well, now I'm the 2nd consecutive woman chair of surgery, which really only means that being a woman leader is routine and accepted and no longer extraordinary. As a result, for me, San Francisco is a place where I feel personally and professionally home. It's that sense of belonging that is critical for personal and professional success. And professional success is absolutely predicated on personal happiness. I hope and trust that all of you will feel that way here, because your professional success as a medical student is predicated on a sense of belonging that hopefully you will experience as part of our wonderful community. As I look out at all of you, I see a diverse and hopefully empowered class of extraordinary, ordinary people embarking on the professional pilgrimage that is medical school. It's just the first part of a lifelong journey of service. As you prepare to start out, it's important not to begin with embryology, pathophysiology, or anatomy. Rather, the starting point should be you. That is, understanding who you are and what brings you the most joy in life. In the end, each of us has one life, and it is exquisitely short in the best of circumstances, given how much good work we all have to do. At different points in my life, and especially when I was younger and more impressionable, I listened carefully to the advice of others, along with their values, their preferences, their attitudes, and far too many of the decisions I made reflected perfectly, maybe even solely, the advice from my parents, my friends, even my chair. Well, mentorship and sponsorship are precious, and I encourage all of you to be curious. It will motivate your learning and becoming the very best physician possible. But mentorship and sponsorship are not a panacea. In the end, the hard work of being a lifelong learner as a physician must start with each of you. In my life, I've made a lot of directional wrong turns that resulted in switchbacks and inefficiencies. In the end, I was 36 when I finally became an assistant professor. For those of you I know who are narrowing your eyes, I am absolutely not cryopreserved. For example, my dad is a cardiologist, and for the longest time, Indeed, right up through summer before my 4th year of medical school, I thought I'd go into internal medicine. Almost certainly, some of that plan was the result of implicit bias and the false belief in myths and legends about what it meant to be a surgeon. I watched a lot of TV as a child and almost certainly was colored by the biased way that media, TV and movies, and my parents' parents talked about and treated surgeon stereotypes. But when I did my sub-internship in surgery, which I'd put off for far too long, I quickly came to realize, indeed, it was in the first 72 hours of that sub-internship, that surgery was my calling. Being in the operating room was like being on a roller coaster, and I love roller coasters. There was an excitement and incredible highs that come from the unique ability surgeons have to change disease course, indeed life course, of a patient in the operating room that was unequaled in all of my other clinical experiences combined. So I had to take a hard turn in a new direction late in medical school. Remember, you don't know what you don't know. Be open-minded as you embark on every new class, clerkship, and sub-internship. We all have implicit bias. I would encourage each of you to keep an open mind through medical school and life. Expose yourself to different people and different situations without prejudgment. I think too often medical students perhaps believe they know early on, maybe even in childhood, what specialty they want to pursue. But keep an open mind. Take the best from everyone and leave the worst behind. Pause to think and reflect and introspect at the start. Live, learn, and trust in the power of serendipity that could take you in directions you cannot even imagine today. Let your imagination take you into areas of science and specialties which may not have crossed your mind. You actually belong anywhere you want, and find always your joy. I love to read. As an aside, during medical school and beyond, please continue to read outside of medicine. And one of my favorite quotes is from a book called So Big, which won the Pulitzer Prize in 1924. Edna Ferber, the author, wrote, quote, "The more kinds of people you see and the more things you do and the more things that happen to you, the richer you are. Even if they're not pleasant things, that's living," close quote. I think that pretty much captures a good strategic approach to medicine and life. People often ask, what are we looking for at UCSF Surgery when we're selecting interns, residents, fellows, new faculty members? And I always say the following 4 things, and I would say the same 4 things to all of you as incoming medical students. Number 1, courage. Courage means you do something even though you may be afraid. This is essential to speaking up and speaking out against injustice and threats to human rights that are common and very real across the world, including in the United States. Always, we must advocate for our patients, their access to good care provided by the very best physicians. Serving as an ally is important for our colleagues, their faculty, staff, and learners. Microaggressions and micro-injustices abound in so many settings, and we must have the courage to stand up for what is right and deploy our privilege and power to advocate for those who are disempowered. Number 2, creativity. UCSF is an amazing bell jar for innovation and discovery of all different stripes and colors, supported by a culture of individualism that is our secret sauce for leveraging diversity to support and advance new ideas, sometimes crazy ideas, that when supported by evidence advance practice and improve our patients' outcomes. It requires courage to deploy creativity and challenge the status quo, and as medical students, many of you will be buoyed by the creative forces at UCSF that sweep medicine forward. Number 3, compassion. We talk so often about our passions that motivate us to persist in the face of adversity, whether it be pandemic, fires, floods, labor strikes, or some other seemingly insurmountable obstacle. But I encourage all of you to always remember your roots as humanistic future physicians, where the impetus to serve our fellow humans at their most vulnerable moments is strong, and to show empathy as you do that, regardless of adversity. It's not just our patients, though, who deserve our compassion. We also must never forget each other and attending to the wellness of our colleagues and ourselves. The last several years have exhausted so many of us. As flight attendants point out, put on your oxygen mask first before helping the passenger sitting next to you. It's essential that we do not overlook our wellness, as that is necessary to be able to conduct the challenging tasks of being a physician and helping others. And number 4, finally, communication. One of the most important skills that you're going to develop during medical school is effective communication. Being a good physician is predicated on your ability to communicate with your patients, your teachers, and your colleagues, simply, clearly, honestly, thoughtfully, and always kindly. Medicine has become so much more complicated in 2023, and working together with colleagues in transdisciplinary teams is critical. In surgery, we always work as a team in the operating room. The surgeon is the team leader, but it is only with anesthesia, nursing, technologists and support staff, residents, and yes, students, that we can perform a successful operation. Good communication starts with active listening. We are living in a tell culture where high volume and pitch carry forward way too much messaging. We simply tell people what we think they need to know. This shuts them down. As William Osler famously said, the greater the ignorance, the greater the dogmatism. I'd recommend that all of you become disciples of humble inquiry, a term coined by the economist Edgar Schein of MIT in 2013. Increasingly, we understand the shortcomings of science. A lot of evidential equipoise exists in medicine. And in those settings, the patient and the patient's preferences should be at the epicenter of decision-making. What does that mean for performing a consultation and levying an assessment and plan? Draw people out, ask questions to which you do not know the answer, build relationships based on genuine curiosity and interest, and always, please always, be humble. As much as you will know, there usually will be much more that you do not. To conclude, this is a white coat ceremony, a milestone in your journey, as important as graduation. May you all enjoy today with your families, your friends, and now your new colleagues. But remember that being a physician is so much more than a white coat. Should its length be short or long? Should its sleeves be straight or rolled? Should the answers to those questions be tied to the seniority of the people wearing it? Should it be white or gray, depending on the university you attend? In the end, here in San Francisco, we all probably wear polar fleece vests and jackets, much more than we do white coats. But let there be no doubt, our commitment to serving our patients is unwavering and is part of our souls, not just a uniform that we wear. Our community is bound together by respect and trust for each other. Let the white coats remind you of our commitment each and every day. I look forward to meeting many, frankly, hopefully all of you, in the hallways, on the wards, and in the operating rooms. Again, congratulations and welcome.
Thank you, Dr. Sosa. Now let me turn the program over to my ever-important colleagues who are part of your support system throughout your medical education. I'm honored to get to work with these committed, talented, and compassionate educators and friends every day. Dr. Peter Chin Hong is the Associate Dean for Regional Campuses and Professor of Medicine. He works with the leaders at UC Berkeley and UCSF Fresno to ensure that admissions, student experience, curricular integrity, and educational quality are excellent at those campuses. Dr. Karen Hauer, Professor of Medicine and Associate Dean for Competency Assessment and Professional Standards, and Interim Vice Dean for Education for Faculty Development, Research, and Accreditation, is a national expert in medical student assessment and medical education research, and she designs the assessment program to ensure that all students develop the skills and knowledge that they need to be excellent physicians and lifelong learners. She also directs the medical student coaching program. Dr. Eric Hung is the Associate Dean of Students and a board-certified psychiatrist and professor in the Department of Psychiatry. He and his team provide services and programs that support students as they pursue their medical education. Dr. Catherine Julian is the Associate Dean for Graduate Medical Education and a Professor of Medicine. She previously served as the Program Director for the UCSF Primary Care General Internal Medicine Residency and is a member of the Academy of Medical Educators and is one of our co-interim Vice Deans. I will hand this over to them. Deans, can you please take your, starting deans, can you please take your positions?
Guled Mohammed Abdi. Debbie Priscille Adam. Margaret Annette Akey. Sarah Azadeh Olavi. Zainab Irat Apalara. Nabila Arakat. Marikar Nair Almeida. Isaac Enrique Avila Vargas. Kennedy Nicole Baskin. Gabriela Marie Batista. Rita Benham Onona. Danielle Benavides. Melot Birbo. Benjamin Shepard Blue. Ode Dali Boignon. Karina Nichelle Boyd. Claudia Isabel Brewer. Jasmine Naomi Brown. Kaya Christine Branch. Melissa Tian Bu. Marvin Nathaniel Carlisle. Sebastian Castillo Cario. Daniel Isan Chan. Allison Ruth Chang. Runa Chang. Shibani Yomira Condor Montez. Reginald Conley. Nicholas Humberto Correa. Caitlin Crowley. Amartya Dave. Camila de Pirola Casalino. Augustine Diaz. Maitali Diana Diaz. Tang Wok Diep. Daryl Lindell Dorsey. Manrit Kaur Dosange. Charlie Spencer Dubach Reinhold. Chelsea Duong. Adita Sharma Dravedi. Kristen Diane Enriquez. Jessica Esparza del Toro. Janine Sandra de Leon Esteban. Lizette Estrada. Sydney Ezenwugo. Zai Indigo Golden. Kevin Jameson Floyd. Alyssa Fuentes. Gerardo Camino. Nicole Marie Garcia. Abbott Wilkie Guilford. Eugene Gill. Maria Del Rosario Gonzalez Hinojosa. Shivanji Goswami. Lasya Priya Gudipudi. Naomi Lynn Haddock. Qasim Ibrahim Amida. Max Hammer. Saper Hashimi. Caitlin Alexa Hendricks. Ruben Hernandez. Selzin Hernandez. Elian Eve Huff. Danielle Mackenzie Houston. Caitlin J. Sue. Stephanie Miranda Hu. Tiffany Hussman. Rachel Lee Huynh. Caleb Aaron Huang. Ben Hyams. Nwamaka Patricia EJ. Christian Joseph Jimenez. Jennifer Noemi Juarez Yok. Joseph Jack Kakis. Timothy Samuel Keeley. Nicholas Patrick Kelly. Abigail Jisoo Kim. Angela Yuche Kim. Elaine Kim. Isaac Kim. Maram Muen Kieran. Shreyas Kiram. Eva Gordon Kitlin. Joel Adrian Kopkow. Mitchell Ryan Koss. Renee Sophie Landsberg. Maria Lee. Tomiyuri Oishi Lewis. William Tan Lee. Imong Lee. Jessica Liang.
Hudson Lin. Audrey Lorraine Lopez. Matthew Christopher Lowe. Lori J. Lowe. Melissa Gia Ma. Madeline Elizabeth McKenzie. Marielle Ruiz Wiedobro Moggets. Rafaela Morini Maginoi Simois Viara. Nikita Mahendru. Vibhuv Mahendru. Whoops. I think I messed that one up. I'm going to do that again. Vibhuv Manjipudi. Pedro Silvestri Mara. Diego Martinez Mendiola. Anjali Rekha Mace. Ria Jessica Master. Nebu Gurma Murgia. Theodore Lewis Michaels. Anthony Joseph Musa. Neil Mukherjee. Rachel Mundaden. Pranay Narang. Mahika Nayak. Alvin Jamula Gonga. Anarup Narula. Stephanie Marlowe Noon. Paula Shanae Nordstrom Miranda. Bradley O. Ifichukwu Marialda Okeke. Rhiannon Olivares Kidwell. Toyusi Elizabeth Oluwale. Pearl Oga Amosoho. Gracia Ortiz Flores. Sophie Nora Ubaha. Gobinder Singh Ponder. Tasha Putabiraman. Austin Pang. Alejandro Perez. Andrew Pham. Chris Angelo Pineda. Psalm Liberty Pineo Kavanaugh. Amanda Isabella Kwan. Sapna Ramapu. Nathan S. Ramrakioni. Utsav Rana. Laura Jane Ronda. Christopher Luis Rios. Jordan Matthew Royland. Gabriel Liano Salazar. Leon Sarpong. Palveen Kaur Sikhan. Akash Shanmugam. Sumar Shakur. Sydney Taylor Sheff. Sam Cole Sheridan. Samira Sharif. Mallory Lauren Shingle. Charlene Shirley. Miriam Raquel Simon. Omar Singleton. Alexandra So. Ananya Somasekar. Kathleen Steele. Salvador Antonio Teo. Brendan Terry. Pariswi Tiwari. Tubi Tho. Daniel Hartanto Tong. Madison Ashley Marie Thompson. Michael Angelo Torres Espinoza. Ivy Fu Tran. Gustina Tong. Siaska Nakenasha Ulis. Bridget Claire Vaughn. Alessandra Sydney Weinbachs. Brooke Wittenberger. Alethea Vo. Isabel Vu. Nicholas Rongerud White. Brigitta Denisa Widarto. Ryan Arthur Wilson. Julia Reyna Wolf. Joshua Jaujwin Xian. Bonnie Sue. Hunter Sanoka Yamada. Matthew James Yee. Sophia Sarong Shin Yin. Daniel Luis Zager. Daniel Zhang. Elisa Zhou. Sophia Noel Zupans.
Yes. A huge welcome to everyone. I am now pleased to introduce Dr. Peter Ureste, who will lead us in reciting the UCSF Physicians Declaration. Dr. Ureste is a psychiatrist based at Zuckerberg San Francisco General Hospital, where he serves as an inpatient psychiatrist. He's an associate clinical professor of psychiatry here at UCSF and is currently the director of the Professional Identity Formation Curriculum and a curricular liaison in the Anti-Oppression Curriculum Initiative. He's also a medical student coach for the School of Medicine. Dr. Ureste.
At your graduation ceremony, you will say the declaration once again after you receive the Doctor of Medicine degree. This important ritual honors the professionalism that characterizes the doctor-patient relationship. I would like to ask all the students, faculty, and all the physicians in the audience to please stand and join me to recite the UCSF Physicians Declaration, which can be found in your program. As a physician, I solemnly promise that I will serve humanity, caring for the sick, promoting good health, and alleviating pain and suffering. I recognize that the practice of medicine is a privilege, which comes great considerable responsibility, and I will not abuse my position. I will practice medicine with integrity, humility, honesty, and compassion, working with my fellow physicians and other healthcare professionals to meet the needs of my patients. I shall never intentionally do or administer anything to the overall harm of my patients. I will not permit consideration of gender, race, religion, political affiliation, sexual orientation, nationality, or social standing to influence my duty of care. I will oppose policies in breach of human rights and will not participate in them. I will strive to change laws that are contrary to my profession's ethics and will work towards a fair distribution of health resources. I will assist my patients to make informed decisions that coincide with their own values and beliefs and will uphold patient confidentiality. I will recognize the limits of my expertise and seek to maintain and increase my understanding and skills throughout my professional life. As a lifelong learner, I will support teaching and research and strive to apply evidence-based practices to promote the advancement of medical knowledge. I will uphold this promise to the best of my ability and will acknowledge and try to remedy my own mistakes and honestly assess and respond to those of others. I make this declaration solemnly, freely, and upon my honor.
Please be seated. Today, with this ceremony, you are joining a truly spectacular community of physicians, nurses, pharmacists, social workers, administrators, educators, all of whom work each day to make the world better for our patients. The entirety of the UCSF community stands ready to support and learn with you. Be sure that your white coat signifies your readiness to support and learn from them. We are grateful to have assembled a class of committed, compassionate, and collaborative students. Despite, apologies. We know that you and your loved ones recognize the momentous significance of entering medical school and are ready to focus on the exciting learning ahead. When next you, your faculty, and your loved ones meet 4 or more years down the road, the ceremony will require you to temporarily doff your white coat for a black cap, gown, and a green velvet hood. And we will all be cheering as we send you on your way as UCSF physicians for life. So, welcome to the journey, welcome to medicine, and most importantly, welcome to UCSF. I want to take a moment to acknowledge today's musicians, the San Francisco Brass, and for making the entire day possible, our incredible student experience team and staff. In a moment, we'll ask for the students to exit the auditorium, and the audience will then follow them to the lobby area. Students, please wait for staff instructions to leave. I will ask that all parents, friends, family, and others in the audience remain seated until the students have exited. Once again, thank you so much all for sharing in this afternoon's events and for becoming part of the UCSF family. Thank you.